This large metal construction is the Imperial War Museum North. Let's go inside and see what we've got. Okay, here we are entering the main exhibition space. As you can see, is a Hawk Harrier. Very cool. And some artwork. Talk about the Imperial War Museum itself. Small display through the ages. And then we start with the First World War. I think that's an original Brody helmet, isn't it, without the rim? Very cool. Tankman's mask. The Enfield. This is a British 13-pounder field gun in the First World War. It's not just any old field gun, however, it's the very first British artillery piece to fire in the First World War. It's from, as you can see there, E battery of the Royal Horse Artillery. Excellent. I remember this used to be on display in London at the Imperial War Museum. Now where do we go? It's an interactive museum. We've got touchy-feely exhibits, or exhibits where you can smell. I think the last thing I want to do is smell the First World War, to be honest with you. I don't think it smelled very pleasant, quite frankly. War in the air. War overseas. It's a Hungarian cap, isn't it, from the Humvee? Turban. Okay. French Adrienne helmet. Was it? Oh, I think it might be Italian. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's taken some severe damage. Naval War. There's an exhibit here called The Experience of War, which is, I think it's going through the ages. Got, dummy training rifle. Marching drum. Got all these filing cabinets. Some of it open up. See some medals, most of which don't open up, but there's lots of them. This is prisoners of war, is it? Yeah.
We can't have games and it would destroy the moral power of the army and getting officer and trade on this, so we're kind of usual.
Oh, a mirror. Handy.
The same sort of group.
The First World War section ends with, I think it's quite interesting. Actually, sorry, there's a bit more here. French general's cap, American. Sure, this will be the last war. This here is great. It's the gun from a German A7V tank. Unfortunately, they had the whole tank but scrapped it in 1921, which is a terrible thing. What the museum doesn't know, which I think is the most interesting part of this gun, look at the writing there. Yep, it's a captured Russian gun used inside a German tank. Then we move on to the interwar era. It's big pictures, it says. Rise of communism and fascism in Italy. The rise of Nazism in Germany. This is a great exhibit on women at war. And I think here we see, which may be the largest collection of uniforms in this museum, the largest I've found so far. Second World War. I do like large letters here. Gun. Oh, a German aircraft? Oh, that's part of Rudolf Hess's aircraft. Crashed in Scotland. Oh, that is amazing. Large pictures of helmets. War in the desert and the Far East. Some artwork. And of course, concentration camps of the Holocaust. Straight through to D-Day already. There's an exhibition here called Impressions of War. Tamiya models made it into the exhibits. Oh, Escape from Colditz, that's a great game. I do believe it's a Matilda tank. A truly impressive exhibit. Brilliant. As you can see, the display area is absolutely huge. Let's see what goes on in the post-war era. Posters and graffiti and a motorbike. What is it? A Kawasaki as well. UN car. Well, we're right up to date now. War on Terror is a board game. Yeah. So this is the invasion of Iraq. I've seen one of these helmets in a few museums. It was in the Fusiliers Museum the other day. It's an Iraqi Republican Guard one. It seems to be based on the Darth Vader helmets in Star Wars, which is kind of ironic because they were based on German M16-18 helmets. Come full circle. Exhibition on the legacy of war with some suitcases. Prosthetic limbs. Okay. I think I did actually miss an exhibit back there. Go and find it. This was the section I missed. It's about the Commonwealth in war. Excellent stuff. Indian Army tunic and turban. Australian, certainly a New Zealand hat there. Shoulder flashes, excellent. This is a great armoured car. Yep, this is off the ground. It's to avoid landmines. Here we are. Southern Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, of course. I've not seen one of those before. This is a Trabant, I believe. I've seen these before. East German civilian cars.
Flashing lights. If you need any assistance, staff will be on hand throughout the exhibition space.
They've now decided to show a film here, so I've plunged the museum into darkness.
It's changed drastically overnight. We had plans that were cancelled, hopes for the future.
It's a film about the war in Ukraine.
Sometimes we wake up and we have forgotten. Every day we are reminded.
Kind of hard to see because they're not.
This is the
projecting
war
onto
we
a
see
flat
through
wall.
our eyes, the eyes of young Ukrainians. This is our story. One
I'm
of
not
the
going to
biggest
show you the whole
problems we
film.
faced.
Okay, so what did you think of that? It's difficult to know what to say, really. It's not my kind of thing, I'll just be honest there. I prefer museums with more displays, more descriptions. I think that's about the experience of war, and it's obviously a very modern museum. I prefer the more traditional type. If you're with me there, subscribe to the channel, because most of the museums I go and see are a bit more traditional than that. However, it does put across the experience of war very well. And I noticed like there was a lot of, it's very educational, I think, for people. And also some of the exhibits they had, the Matilda tank, that strange armoured car at the end, and the 13-pounder field gun I especially enjoyed. So if you're in the area, it is free to get in. I think it's worth popping by. Bye now.